Boy, it's late. It's 10:26 p.m. October 26, 2025 is my birthday. So 10:26, I had to make the market breakdown. I almost forgot it. Different shirt today though. You guys see? No tank top. Change. You feel me? Now let's get straight to it. Main screen. Let's go here. Let's open up the charts. What did we take today? We took two break-even trades today. Two. Today was a break-even day. First trade that we took broke one of my main rules. Let me actually put it as a main screen here. Okay. Broke one of my rules. So what happened today, right? We had this move down, right? I marked out bullshit, same thing. Previous week high, previous week low. Week open price, midnight open, previous day low, previous day high. This was just ES. I didn't really go too much into marking it up. I was just waiting for a good setup to present itself. I had London low and London high marked up, and Asia session high, Asia session low marked up as well. So what happened, right? 8 a.m. happens. What do we get? We get a push down. So I was anticipating that we were going to run through this gap and come down to this order block, which we did. We just didn't do it right away. So what happened here? On the 5-minute, when 10 a.m. opened, I anticipated that price was going to come up to here, which it did, to this order block. Why is my entry all the way down here? I got impatient and I entered all the way down here instead of just waiting for it to push up. And I gave it 10 points of a stop on 1 mini, which my risk was 500. That would have been the most I've risked on a trade in a while. My original stops were at 6 for $300 risk, but I ended up doing it for 10 here, right? Which was completely my fault. Not really smart of myself to do, but I accepted the risk in the trade. I told myself if we end up just wicking here, and we end up pushing down strongly, like if I get a bearish candle, I'm going to cover the high of that bearish candle, which I did. So I covered this bearish candle high right here, 6.75. My 1-to-1 was 6.75 as well, which we, no, it was a little bit low. I think it was 6.50 that I had marked. Did I? Let me see. Yeah, 6.50. So we hit 1-to-1, 6.50. So I went break even because I didn't want to be in the trade. So we ended up getting taken out here. Thank God. It was a terrible trade. So that puts me into my next trade. If I break even, I can trade again, right? So what did I do? I looked for, one second, I have a mess. I looked for my next trade, which was buys on this as well. What did I see? I went over to the 4-hour, and what did I notice? You guys are going to see how this candle closed, right? Closes a huge wick up. We never made this wick yet on the screen, like on my, when I was trading. What I saw was a 15-minute CISD right here, which we got, and a 5-minute CISD as well right here, which we got. So I entered on MES so I can manage my risk. I entered right here, right on this 15-minute CISD, covering this. I think it was a 1-minute fair value gap low. This was the last fair value gap, right? So I ended up coming. I covered the second fair value gap on here. Price pushed up, came down. I waited, and then on the push up, I got in. We got, again, 1-to-1.5 is my new R that I'm going for, and we ended up getting to 1.23. So I went break even at 1-to-1. My new rules that I'm doing right now, just to at least try to achieve this payout, is 1-to-1, go break even. 1-to-1.5, I take profits, or I try to 1-to-1, and from 1-to-1.5, I go to 1-to-2. So yeah, this was the trade right here. We ended up taking it based off of a 15-minute CISD. We had SMT with NQ. NQ ended up not tapping into this gap, so we ended up having this being the weaker pair. On the 5-minute, we had the CISD. On the 15-minute, we had the CISD. So I got in based off of that, covering that low. We pushed up. We were in profit on both trades. We were in profit, about $350, and we ended up just coming down. Followed our rules. We went break even. There's nothing else to do about it. Now YM, another story. YM, this was what I had marked up. Same thing. Weekly, we went to the weekly. Marked out our previous week high. Marked out our previous week high, previous week low. We're playing within this weekly range. We had previous day high, previous day low as well. Playing within this range. So what did I see? Right, on the 4-hour. We're on the 1-hour. Come here. We had SMT with NQ. And we had this 9 a.m. candle that just immediately took this candle's high from 8 a.m. and pushed down, right? We ended up having this candle at 10 a.m. which pushed us back up. But this trade that I had marked up was an inverse fair value gap, that I had a limit on that I took off because I ended up catching ES earlier. This ended up hitting TP, call it a forward trade. So we went 2 break even and 1 winning trade today. So it was a good trading day. In my eyes, we had 2 break even days. We followed our rules. Um, and there's really nothing else to it. We just have to come back tomorrow and execute another trade. Execute. If we can find a trade, cool. If we can't find a trade, we don't chase it. We just keep going with our day. So, yeah, that's the market breakdown. I'm getting posting this really late. Posting this at 10:32 p.m. Who cares? I had to post it. I'm sorry. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. All glory to God. Remember, man, keep showing up. Keep doing what you got to do, man. Nothing changes if nothing changes, man. It's you versus you. Let's work. So comment, like, subscribe, and follow the socials below, man. I don't really be on the socials, but get my following up. Thank you. But I appreciate you guys, man. All the way to God. Love you guys. Be safe.